Good evening. Welcome on another race of F1 Flag the Flag. As some of you already, I guess, noticed, Paul Ricard track today, and we're on the qualification. And Molev on the position number 1. Cortex. Oh, not that far from him. So sorry for this start at my tongue was still somewhere else. I think it's all because of the weather. It's quite hot, quite warm. It's hard to breathe in Scotland actually, so sorry for any disturbing things that you're gonna hear today. Well, I guess the only good thing you're gonna hear today is the engine sound, and maybe we're gonna hear the 6.3 liter Mercedes engine sound too, but we're gonna see. So, Paul Ricard track today. Now Ravens on the first position, but let's go back to our usual stuff. So let's talk about the track. So, I've been here pretty much I think twice only. Yeah, twice on the Paul Ricard track, and I think that's one of a kind of tracks that gives you plenty of chances, plenty of opportunities. What I mean is, once you go out of the track, you still are on the track pretty much. So it's quite easy to get back on the track. It's fast. The time you're losing, it's really not that much like on other tracks where you have grass or maybe even sand. Here on every single space you can see asphalt, and that's the case. That helps drivers just to continue driving. The only one issue might be the pit stop, but I think it's quite tricky. It's in the place where you just have to slow down a little bit and then take a deep right. Raven out of the track, but as you can see, he can just easily go back on it, and that's the thing that's gonna help drivers today. So, about the track itself, about the corners we're gonna see. So pretty much, of course, the corner number 1 will be always a problem. I already seen a few problems on this training that drivers had an issue when there is more than 2 of them on the same corner. It's getting quite okay, let's say it's crowded. It's really crowded. So maybe that's a chance for a safety car to be used. I hope I won't use it. I was thinking I would on the last race where I was about to just launch, but I said okay, it wasn't a big first corner, and I thought that it was gonna be necessary to use it. But today I think there will be no easy things. Once we're gonna see something bad, I'm straight away gonna get in my safety car and drive these 2 laps and go with the drivers. So, as we can see, Raven is the only driver below 1 minute 33. Gorka was a second behind him, but not that far. I mean, really close to him. There is a Cortex. Still waiting for other drivers, still waiting to see what they're planning. So, the track itself, let's get back to it again. On corner number 1, yes, of course, there will be an issue. Raven even better, so he's going to almost below 1 minute 32. Very close to that. Then pretty much I don't think so we have any problems. Maybe the small chicane on the corner number 8 and 9 that might bring some issues, as we can see here. So once you can just forget about it and just drive through it, but that's pretty much it. So let's go back to our normal view. 7 minutes to the end of the qualifications now, so that's not much. Church on the position number 8, so something is wrong. We've seen him in the last race, and that was a really good show. Hope that we're gonna see it once again. Ali on the position number 2. Didn't expect that, and here he is. So I see the improvement on drivers, and that's really, I'm really happy to see it. I'm really happy. I'm just wondering what I'm gonna see in the next season, how it's gonna look like, because by every race these guys are just making their times much better. So definitely an improvement here. So still waiting for some drivers to make their times. 6 minutes to the end, and I think that I just need much more water than I have now. Church! And here he is on the position number 2. As I was saying, I was a bit concerned about his time, that it wasn't that good, but now we can see that here he is, and pretty much he's gonna be in the first line, so that means a lot. The second thing is that his second driver below 1 minute 33. Still waiting for drivers to make the time. Bacon and bacon and strips. Okay, I just need to remember that name, because first time I see that driver. So welcome. And you clearly, I think I've seen him before. I promise I don't have a memory for nicknames or names, so I'm sorry if I've seen you already. Pensionisti, so I see that the driver done his homework on position number 7 so far. Still waiting for improvement. I hope I'm gonna see it. And we can see that like the straight, and that's the other thing. How is the set of the drivers? Where they gonna be better at? It's definitely getting the speed on the straight. This long straight will be a big advantage. The other thing is that there still you have plenty of grip even out of the track, so it's worth to remember it, worth to use it. Raven and Church on the track, so they're gonna fight even more, and that's what I wanna see. Gurke Cortex. Also on the track. And Pensionist is still trying to improve it. So Pensionist now will start his lap, so 3.5 minutes to the end. We also got Raven here, Church. So these drivers are also trying to make the time even better. And I think that's definitely with the Church, because once Raven seen it that Church is that close, I guess he thought that he really need to improve it here, need to do something with it. Otherwise it might not end that good for him. So definitely waiting for a Church here. But I also want to see what Raven will show us, if there will be an improvement. So let's go with him. You can see the time on the bottom right of your screen. Really fast on that corner, and I think that's really important to half second faster than his best time, so that will be even lower than 1 minute 32. Let's see how the third sector will go for him. But definitely he can show us something more. So let's see, now is the straight, and the time 1 minute 31.2. Incredible improvement, incredible. How we done it, I have no idea, but well, that's our new leader, and I mean it by the leader of the distance that keeps in between him and the church. Definitely out of my mind this time here. 1 minute 31. I was really thinking that 1 minute 32 was the limit, or maybe Raven changed something. Maybe the straight was the key to get that time here. Now we can see the church on our screen, and he will also try to make his best. So let's see how it will go with the second sector. One minute and 2 to beat. Faster than his previous time, but still not fast enough. But let's see, maybe the third sector will be the better one. Still, I think we were only talking here about the second place. But still, Church can improve his time, make sure that he will make it permanent. And now the Church on the straight. Faster, yeah, definitely faster, but not enough. So the third sector is a sector where Church is losing a little bit of time. So that's worth to notice. That thing. Stormcloud here is position number 5. So Church won't take part in the qualification anymore. But still the second place and the time he got, that should be enough. Now it's Gurke. Faster, but not enough to even make a change. Stormcloud, who won't improve his time. Deacon. Now let's see how Deacon will do it and if there will be any improvement of his time. Stormcloud is not that far, so basically small improvement will give him the position number 5. And let's see it. Where is Deacon? On position number 3! A madman here. I wasn't expecting that this jump will be that big. So Deacon on position number 3. So the second line goes to him. Definitely I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't thinking that it will end like that. But well, I'm thinking it's plenty of surprises here. So 27 laps as you can see, and this is our safety car that maybe will be used. Maybe let's turn on the lights. So here are the lights that, if that will be necessary, I'm gonna use. And let's just change our camera, and we know what we can expect pretty much. So that's us, that's the another race. Hello Kazimierz Kazik, welcome. How you doing? I hope you are quite good. Maybe now even better. So we got the lights. And the another race in the France Paul Ricard track will start. Right now, so the green light, and here we go. So plenty of smoke, but so far looks good. The driver is getting closer to us. First line stays the same. Bob Deacon position number 4 already. A bit crowded here, but still making it all good, making it all clear. Some people are just landing on the lower positions, but it's okay here. Stormcloud position number 4. Deacon is losing his other position. So that was a really bad start. Alien position number 3, Church position number 2. I'll just go back to the pit to make sure that won't happen. Oh, Cortex and Gurke. I think we had a contact here, but they're back on the track. Doesn't look that bad here. Bacon behind Monolith. The position 7 Monolith, so he need to watch out for it. Church, and he is really close to Raven. You can see the driver is going through the chicane. Definitely Church gonna try to overtake Raven. He's somehow faster, so maybe it's about the setup. Maybe his setup wasn't that fast when the fuel tank was just filters in it. Now when the fuel tank is pretty much full, Church is driving quite good, but still leaving plenty of space for Raven, making sure he won't hit him. But definitely Raven noticed that it might be an issue. Driving to number 9. There was a mistake by Bacon. And this corner belonged to Dragon. And he's getting position number 8. No response from Bacon. Cortex, Elgur, you can see them. But, Pensionisti out of the track. But that's the thing, he's gonna use it now. He is straight away back on it. Lost 24 position, it could end much worse. There will be any sand or grass even. But no, the asphalt pretty much saved his life. Now is the question about the damage, because you can see that the Cortex is really close to him. And I think we're gonna try to overtake Pensionisti too wide. Now Cortex on the straight. Faster, out a bit, not too much, but that should be enough. Yes, he's giving up on the chicane. Pensionisti looks like he's fighting with his vehicle, trying to keep it on the track. And that's information for Cortex that he might Storm Cloud behind Ali. Not that far, and we've seen already Storm Cloud many times trying to overtake drivers, and most of it was successful. So I don't think that Ali will be any difference here. But Ali is also a good driver, drivers that blocks plenty of attacks, and we've seen it before. But how it will be compared to the faster Storm Cloud on the straight? Oh, that was a small hit, I think. Fastest lap now belongs to Church, so Church making the fastest lap on the track so far. So definitely he got the right setup here. So we've seen that Dragon now overtook Monolith. Can't believe it, and now is the straight, and still Dragon could be position number 6. Quite far. Oh, we can see Pensionisti out of the track. Cortex the same. But the asphalt helps him. And Church on the position number 1. So I think that was the straight that helped him. Somehow we missed it, so unfortunately there was no replay button. But Raven now trying to overtake him on that side. Church need to watch out for him. And once again now Raven tried to counter-attack, but that was the Church in the better position. Now once again Church. Can't believe that these drivers are really close, and how beautiful it looks like. Raven number 2, not that far. So we're trying to make some of it. Now the straight, and let's see how it looks like. On the straight, Raven is much faster, but Church knows how to drive. But that was too big difference. I think Raven, that was the difference. Raven cut the track, he ran out of it, and so that was the reason I was thinking, no, he is too fast. So that was a mistake made by him. Definitely gonna go back there, but let's see El Gurke here. He's behind Pensionisti. And Gurke was just faster, and that was it. So the end of the straight corner, and El Gurke was just in front of him. And there was no chance to protect from that. Pensionisti out of the track, still keeping on it. And now once again Raven. Once again we see the same thing. Now it was a mistake by Church. He left a space. No, Raven, not enough grip on the fast corners. So that's the disadvantage of the fast setup. He is not sticking to the track as Church is. And Church is using it. But on the straights, definitely Raven is much faster. Now once again we can see Raven trying. No, Raven's taking a pit stop, so that's a change of tires and that's a really fast one. So Stormcloud Alien position number 2, Alien position number 3 and Deacon position number 4. Now is the question when Raven will land with this pit stop. And that is a really fast pit stop, but it might be the tires. Maybe he realized that the tires are not keeping him to the ground, as all the drivers are trying to do so. Because what I noticed that pretty much Stormcloud is a driver that keeps his tires in a really good condition for a long period of time. And we've seen plenty of times that one pit stop strategy was mostly done by Stormcloud. Now is the question, what's in the Church head? And Cortex on the straight, overtaking Monolith without any issue. It was just faster. Dragon, I think, is also fast on the straight. So that will be another driver that will try to overtake Monolith. Still a question how we gonna do it and how we gonna keep it. Monolith and Dragon, he can see clearly what is happening in front of him. I don't get the corner. Monolith was a very bad one. And Bacon out of the track. Thankfully he's going back on it, but still he's gonna lose some time even more. Dragon, I think the lack of grip is here. Raven with new tires on number 9. Elgurka. Raven was so aggressive, he lost control for a second. Thankfully he's back on the track. But here we need to watch out for it, otherwise it might end much worse for him. Elgurka, now he is in trouble. Knows that Raven was one of the fastest ones here. The other thing is that is worth to notice is that the Church is on position number 1 and Stormcloud on position number 2 is slower than him. And Raven overtaking Elgurka easily on the straight. Now going to the chicanes. Dragon mistake. And that's another position for our Raven. Dragon even losing a position by Elgurka on the straight. Now he is faster. Now let's see how Elgurka will stick to him. I think Elgurka went a bit too wide here. And for now he lost the chance. Stormcloud in the pit. That was only 7 laps. Dragon still trouble. Oh, that was too far. That was way too far. But Elgurka was the driver to know how to behave in a situation, so he went completely out of the track because now that the curb, the yellow one, might bring some issues, might spin him around. Stormcloud on the track at number 7, so he's behind Raven. And Raven overtaking Monolith, so we can see how fast is this guy and how good at it. But that's all about the straights. I'm thinking about this Raven early pit stop strategy. Maybe he realized at some point that there is no point fighting with Church that close. It might end quite bad for him, and he decided to just take a pit and go through drivers. And that's another position for our Raven. Now going to the chicanes. Dragon, he can see clearly what is happening in front of him. And we've quite bad for him. And he decided to just take a pit and go through drivers. And he decided to just take a pit and go through drivers. And that's another position for our Raven. Now going to the chicanes. Dragon, he can see clearly what is happening in front of him. And he decided to just take a pit and go through drivers. And that's another position for our Raven. Now going to the chicanes. Dragon, he can see clearly what is happening in front of him. And he decided to just take a pit and go through drivers. And that's another position for our Raven. Now going to the chicanes. Dragon, he can see clearly what is happening in front of him. And he decided to just take a pit and go through drivers. And that's another position for our Raven. Now going to the chicanes. Dragon, he can see clearly what is happening in front of him. And he decided to just take a pit and go through drivers. and I think that works for him somehow. Okay, now we can see the church is on position number 1, still keeping it, and Ali on position number 2. Storm Cloud, now he will try to overtake Monolith. And that was easily done by him. And now it is Church on the pit. Let's see how it will go, where it will end. So he's getting out of the pit now. And he's landing on position number 3. And we can see Raven here. So definitely Raven seen him. But thankfully Church was faster here. For a second I was afraid when I've seen Raven that close. And Raven is getting even closer. Church need to watch out. Church need to be sure that he is not making any mistakes at all. Otherwise Raven will be closer to him than he's expecting. On the straight, now we can see the Church is faster. He ran away. Oh, Church, a small mistake here. And about that kind of things I was speaking about. Church can't make that mistakes. Now getting closer. Let's see the fast corner. Still belongs to Church. Definitely belongs to Church. So for now we can see that Church is faster, but we're waiting for Deacon and Ali to take a pit. Church is getting closer to Deacon. But that's 7 seconds, so that's a lot. What I'm concerned here is just the Raven if it goes for Church. Because it might be that Church is going for the win. But now is the question if he can keep it like that, if he can keep the tempo. Last race he proved that he can do it, that he can be a really good driver, and now I can see the same thing because the pit was, well, in a good timing for it. If you would keep it a little bit longer, even tires were quite good. He was losing time on them, and that was simple math. Church made it, and here he is. Raven losing 2 seconds to him. And once again we are in that part of the race where pretty much nothing is happening. And the Storm Cloud is 1 second behind Raven. And looks like the Storm Cloud is getting closer to him. So don't know what is happening, maybe some issues in the Raven vehicle. Or maybe he done something wrong, or he can't get back to the right tempo. Because he was already fast in the first few laps. Fastest lap belongs to Church. 1 minute 34.588. And here we go with the Storm Cloud. Looks like that Raven has not enough grip and he's just not as fast as he could be. Because definitely looks like a Raven now out of the track. And Storm Cloud gonna use it simply. So Storm Cloud, by this mistake done by Raven, landing to number 4. And Church, I said 7 seconds, now it's 1.5 to Deacon. So you can see how fast is Church. Really, that driver looks like there will be no comparison to him. We have a big gap between position number 5 and 6. Cortex losing 20 seconds to Raven. Bacon was out of the track for a second, now he's back on it, so all good. And now it is Church trying to overtake Bob Deacon. Making a corner in a good way. Once again. Now the straight. And on the straight, Church faster. So that will be position number 2 for him. I was thinking that we're gonna wait until the pit stop and we're gonna see on this position. But yeah, we've seen also DRS turned on. And I guess that helped a lot. Now Church is behind Ali and it's already 1 second and it's getting lower and lower. So Ali is the next target. Raven losing 2 seconds to Stormcloud, so I don't know what is happening. Maybe by mistake he had more fuel and that is the result. It happened to drivers a few times that by mistake they added much more fuel than was needed. Here you're supposed to get the full tank at the very start and drive to the end with it. Church overtaking Ali. 16 laps to go. Ali out the track, Church gonna use it, and no, he wasn't that fast actually here. So the corners are for Church now. After it, we're gonna see the straight. Just waiting for that moment because on the straight, Church will be faster. Once again, let's see how it looks like from his perspective. And on the straight, as we can see, Church taking the first place. Easy done by him, dead easy done by him. So I wasn't expecting that. I was thinking by the time we've seen on the qualifications that Raven will be the driver that will just take the first position and won't give it to anyone else. But for now, as we can see, Raven's position number 5 and Church position number 1. For the first lap, I was also thinking that Raven will be the driver, but then I've seen that actually Church is not as slow, overtook him and he was keeping that position. Now we go back again. And now it is Stormcloud between and Deacon. In front of them there is also Ali, so Stormcloud see how much he can get. Bob Deacon quite slow on that fast corner, and Stormcloud easily taking position number 3. Now he sees Ali, and that will be his next target. Stormcloud left some space, and Ali and Deacon are taking pit at the same time. Stormcloud thankfully realized what is happening because we've seen that he wasn't sure what the drivers are gonna do. But he realized that just in time. Maneuver option number 8. 1 second behind El Gorke. And yes, now we got the changes, and for some reason Deacon was faster out of the pit than Ali. I don't know what happened there. Maybe Ali had some issues with actually the pit. Don't know what happened there, but Deacon increased the gap. Stormcloud was out of the track for a second, and Raven smoothly used it. I don't see any damage on Stormcloud vehicle, so that was just temporary. Maybe a spin, that was a chicane, so maybe the curb wasn't that friendly as Stormcloud was expecting. But Raven using 11 seconds to charge. 11 seconds, that's a lot of time, that's plenty of time you can use. Now Stormcloud is getting closer to Raven, and we are already in the middle of the race. And if Church will keep it like that, if Church will be that fast as he is now, well, that is something I was not expecting at all. Especially now seeing the time between Raven and Church, 11.5 seconds, is so increasing. It's incredible. I don't know how Church is making, but I'm wondering how it's gonna look like in the, let's say, next 5 laps, where it will be. But now it's the Stormcloud that will try to attack Raven, and that's even better for Church, because that means that Raven need to protect himself, need to lose some time and making sure that Stormcloud won't go through him. So it definitely looks like there is something wrong with the Stormcloud vehicle. It's all good, so that was just like a spin and that was it. Now Stormcloud.
Have race to go.
Yes, so that was half race to go, as you heard. Raven now taking a pit. No, folks, he's not taking a pit. On this race, Stormcloud too much faster, and see the difference in speed. Maybe he really added some fuel by mistake, and that's why it's so heavy. Or he cut the track even. But Stormcloud definitely taking that position. Now is the question if Raven can keep the tempo, or if the Stormcloud will lose him on these corners. Yeah, and on the corners Stormcloud is faster, so there will be no DRS for Raven. He couldn't keep the right time. Now Ali gets closer to Bob on the straight. I guess, yes, DRS turned on. That's why he's that fast. Now is the question if Deacon can keep the right tempo and make sure he will counter attack. But somehow that was the Ali that from these 2 seconds. Pensionisti out of the track. Dragon was overtaken for some small period of time, but he's back on position number 9. Deacon. Raven in the pit once again. Pensionisti. Oh, that was quite close here. Thankfully Dragon wasn't hurt at all, but it didn't look good. Pensionisti definitely didn't leave any space for him. Ali behind Raven. Raven with new tires, so he should be faster. But he's not that fast in this race. I really don't know what is happening with the Raven. So Church, and you can see the time gap, 30 seconds between him and Stormcloud. Now is the question how Stormcloud is fast. It looks like that he's out a bit faster, but 30 seconds in 11 laps pretty much not possible to achieve. I don't think so they can do it like that. Ali. We can see that they are really close. And Ali is really trying to overtake Raven. Stormcloud in the pit. So I guess that will be the last pit. So 10 laps on the new set of tires will be made by him. And I guess there was no point for Church to wait even more. And the next pit will belong to him. Now Ali on that corners left some time. Lost some time on the corners, I don't know why. So it might be the third sector that he's not that good. Stormcloud, 1/2 second behind Deacon. Monolith in the pit. Raven. Raven to number 5. And he's getting closer to Stormcloud. No, he is not. But for Stormcloud there's one small issue. There is Deacon in front of him. And if it would take just too long, Raven will get closer to him. I guess he already knows it. 29 seconds between Cortex and Church, and let's see how fast Church will make it. Okay, so the new tires are done. Where is Cortex? Still there. Now it's a really long pit, so it's gonna take some time. Cortex not even on the straight, not now. And Church is back on the track. Still in front of Cortex. Now Cortex is taking the pit, Deacon, Stormcloud and Raven behind him. Church, new tires, all he needs to do is drive this 9 laps. Stormcloud overtook Deacon. Deacon now he got Raven behind him. The straight, much faster Raven, but the corner, much smarter Deacon there. No Deacon. And Raven with DRS. No chance to fight back. And here is Raven position number 3. 1.5 seconds to Stormcloud, and Stormcloud 11 seconds behind Church. And that's the Church driving alone. Deacon position number 4. And here is Dragon behind Pensionisti, so these drivers are definitely fighting each other. But it's really hard to say because I don't know them that well. Raven once again on the screen, 1 second behind Stormcloud, and can't make it faster. It doesn't look like he can make it faster. Now Raven slowly getting closer to Stormcloud, but it might be just a one corner. And once again, Stormcloud running away. It's DRS, I think, for... yes, that's DRS for Raven. So on this side he will be faster, but not fast enough to get closer to him and overtake him. Bacon out the track, get back on it. And Stormcloud knows that if Raven will be too close, it will end bad for him. So here we need to run away. now the fast corner, I would say Raven was faster on it. Okay, getting closer. So third sector looks like now it belongs to Raven, but Church is making the fastest lap on the track. And that might end bad. Let's see DRS. Yeah, it's open, and now the Stormcloud does need to protect himself from that attack. He's having plenty of speed. Not this time, it wasn't used. Stormcloud still 13 seconds behind Church. So it's easy for Church to deliver it, so there is no need to drive that fast, he can just drive this. So respect the tires, make sure they will make it. But now Raven is half second behind Stormcloud. DRS. Not this time, but we can see how close he's getting to Stormcloud. Decon 4 and let's say 5 seconds even to Raven. So out of range, Dragon may overtake Pensionisti, but I think the fight for the position number 2 is more important here. Raven still close enough to use DRS once again on the straight. And let's see it. Now it's open, and that might be the end. But no, I think somehow still quite far. So even with the DRS, Raven can't make it closer. It's the corners that are killing him. Stormcloud knows that still Raven is using DRS all the time, and at one point maybe there will be no chance to protect himself from that, but so far it works for him. Once again straight, Raven using DRS. No break-in, still getting closer, but that's still not close enough. I mean, it really looks wonderful because Stormcloud is losing that battle all the time, but somehow he's making it out. So definitely belongs to him. Fast corner. Now Raven, ooh, that was control that he lost for a second. Still get back on it. Stormcloud still in a trouble. Still need to make sure he's not making mistakes, otherwise Raven will use it, especially on the straight. So DRS once again, and no, the corner belonged to Stormcloud. And Raven was not supposed to overtake Stormcloud now, especially on these corners. Not that close, not that close, not to make it even closer. But Stormcloud still needs to protect himself. The timer is running out and Raven knows it. 5 laps to go. Church still on option number 1, 13.5 seconds. Stormcloud losing to him. And one more time, straight to Raven using DRS. Now trying to overtake. No, that was the answer. That it's not time. It's really not much. It's 5 laps on the Raven now, losing 0.9. There will be almost 1 second. So definitely some corners belong to Stormcloud, and he's much faster on them. He got much more grip. So it's all about the setup. Also Raven losing time on the straights, and I don't know why, because I was really thinking that for some time that was the Raven faster on the straights. Don't know what happened, don't know how he made it somehow. I had to take a drink just to make sure that I'm still there. I'm sorry that I'm showing only this fight, but this fight is for the position number 2. And definitely they all want to make sure it's still there. A big challenge for StormCloud, a big opportunity for Raven. Even though thinking that the first position will be just for him after the qualifications. But as I'm used to say, quali is not everything that you need. It's also about the race, it's also about your setup and the preparation for it. It's definitely charged with a full tank. Was faster than Raven. But definitely I would like to see Raven on the other races and see how it goes and how far he can go with it. DRS for Raven once again. But it's the last corner, I don't know, Raven is not going through it smoothly, he's losing plenty of time there. And then on the straight, he can't overtake StormCloud even though he's getting the DRS. Raven, he really need to try to find something. Or maybe he's keeping it for their last lap, where there will be no chance for a StormCloud to counter-attack. But it doesn't look like it. Really looks like that StormCloud is good, is really fast. DRS for Raven once again. Drivers that need to be overtaken, so the blue flag for some of them. Pensionisti and Dragon. Thankfully it looks quite smoothly here. Dragon not giving it. Oh, that was close. I think the Dragon should know the blue flag is there, and Raven is in front of his chance to overtake StormCloud. Now it looks really dangerous because on this straight it might end bad for StormCloud. Now we can see getting speed. No, still for StormCloud. Was really warm there, was just too hot. Oof. I think the StormCloud will speak with some of the drivers after the race and explain them the blue flag and what it means. Because it really looked bad for a second for him. Thankfully Raven was not that close. If he would be just a little bit closer, that would end in position number 2 for Raven. Again straight. DRS for Raven. Faster, of course, fast on the straight, but then it comes to the corner and Raven going through the track. He forgot to go yeah, that was the DRS. I think that's the DRS, and that's the problem with it. Once you get the speed, your brake point is changing, it's not in the same place. So Raven left enough space between him and StormCloud after that cut, and that was a really strong one. One lap to go, so slowly we're ending this race, slowly going to the end of it. And it really looks like that it belongs to Charge. Now on the straight, here is open. But the first moment when Stormcloud is out of the corner, the last corner, he's much faster, he gets it much quicker than Raven, and it works for him. Otherwise it would end in a changing position here. So Stormcloud, I guess he's really tired, he knows that he needs to do it for a few more minutes, and that will be it. So definitely Church is the winner of this race. I don't think so it's gonna change. With 15.5 seconds to Stormcloud, so there's plenty of space. Once again Raven mistake. He blocked his brakes. Now it's almost 1 second between him. Yeah, there's 1 second between him and Stormcloud. So that's a good signal for Stormcloud and the green light. Cortex overtook Ali. Didn't expect that's gonna happen here. Ali still might fight back.
Leader started final lap.
So leader is in a final lap, so Church is going for the win. So now it's all about the corners he needs to get through. Cortex behind Ali, so fight for option number 5 here. Deacon option number 4 is pretty much out of the range. Maybe on the straight, Cortex will use DRS and overtake Ali. Yeah, there is a DRS on. Getting the speed. Fast on the straight, and Ali need to hide. No, still trying to make it through. Where is Church? Now on the chicane, so there is still a few seconds for us and see what's gonna happen here. Ali might be too far. Church slowly getting to the end. Raven don't think so gonna make it, and I don't know if he still believes it. But there is no more DRS zones he can use, so it looks like the Stormcloud out there. A really good fight between these guys. That was a really good show. Stormcloud to make an option number 2. And believe that it was hard for him to keep it like that. But the winner of this race, Paul Ricard, is Coast Church. Now he's making it to the line.
Finished the race.
And here he is. Now we're just waiting for a Stormcloud to make it at option number 2. Raven using DRS at the very end, but there is no point of it. Because Stormcloud is option number 2, Raven on the 3rd. Cortex behind Deacon. Oh, Cortex more issue that might end bad for him. I was too far to make use of it. Now we see Dragon making through Pensionisti, so Pensionisti protected him his option number 9. Ellen Gurka option number 7, 108, and this is the end of this race. So this is how it ended. So Church, a big congratulations for you. That was a good one. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, that was it. So that was the race in the France we had, and I was expecting that would be that good. Paul Ricard, I wasn't sure about it, that it would give us that kind of emotions, if I can say so. The next GP is Austrian one, so that will be the next week. So see you then, and take care, guys. Thank you very much.